Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad to hear on this Tuesday morning. Just got through a big storm coming through last night, and hope y'all don't get blown away. But we'll get started. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at 767-5500. They're closed during this week and reopen next Tuesday on January the 4th. Like I was saying, the storm blew through and we got some rain. I was looking at it. Rain was 2 inches over Destin. We had an inch here in Panama City, inch and a quarter in Mariana, 3/4 of an inch in the Funiac. So we had a good rain last night. Again, we're way behind in the rainfall total, so it's good to get that rain. But it's blown on out of here. Got the cold front coming on through later this afternoon. What we have right now is you get up this morning, you're going to have some wet roads if you're going anywhere. You're also going to have some wind. It's going to be really windy. In fact, it's going to be 10 to 20 knots. Sea's going to be 4 to 7 and be coming out of the west, northwest. Right now it's 59 degrees here, 55 in the Funiac, 62 Mariana, and we got 57 over in Grayton Beach. High today, barely get out of the 60s, about 64, low tonight 44, water temperature 63, so we're in good shape there. The river readings, take a look at Apalachicola. We have a little bit of movement. We haven't had much movement all in the last 4 months. Now we're going from a 0.3 to an actual 1.3 by tomorrow, so that's a good move right there. Apalachicola putting on a little bit. Now the Choctawhatchee at Caryville, it's doing the same thing, but it's moving up and staying up. It's going on up right now. It's at look at there, it's at 5.4, and it's going on up to over 6 foot. So that's a good movement right there. So rivers are moving up finally. So we're getting a little bit of movement there. Now taking a look at our Carl Vernon Marine Specialties tide chart. Now, tides are important around here in the Panhandle because there's so much bay and waterfront system. We're going to talk about tides in a few minutes. We're looking at today on December 27th. We'll have a low tide at 8:46 this morning and a high tide at 10:34. So a good strong incoming tide. The next couple of days, we're looking for the weekend. You're getting into those neap tides, 30th and 31st. Not a lot of movement there. Okay, at the beginning of each week, we like to talk to folks out at Panama City Beach Pier and get a pier report. I think I lost that one, Perry. So we called out there a while ago to see what's been going on at Panama City Beach Pier, talked to Riley, and again, folks, the bonita, it's been a run on bonita for like 4 or 5 weeks. They're catching the stew out of bonita at the Panama City Beach Pier. Everybody's catching them. Now, they're not good to eat, but they're a lot of fun. And this pier report brought to us by Rick Russell at Bug Away Pest Control, and there's a picture of the pier, and he walked all the way out to the end, and Riley said he was looking out the window from his house yesterday, from a little cabana there, and there were just bonita just running up and down the beach all over the place. And all you need to do is take out a gotcha plug, or a silver spoon and a little bit of a wire leader, and they're a fighting fish. They're a lot of fun to catch. They're part of the tuna family, so a little bit bloody and all, but they're a lot of fun to catch, and there's a lot of them. It's been an incredible run on bonita at the beach pier. So that's our pier report for the early part of the week. Let's take our first break, and we'll be right back.
We are so lucky to live in North Florida. We have some of the best fresh and saltwater fishing in the world. My biggest problem is not catching fish, but trying to decide what kind of fish I want to catch. No matter what I'm after, I always stop at Sunjammers Water Sports first. They have just what I need: rods and reels, line, tackle, and most important, live bait. Yes, sir, we sure are lucky.
Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is Panama City's exclusive full-line dealership. Built on a 45-year foundation of trust and total customer satisfaction in all departments, including our huge pre-owned department, where we'll pay top dollar for your current automobile as a trade-in, or we'll place your vehicle on our lot and help you sell it. At Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. 4 decades, 3 generations, 1 tradition.
Panama Panama City living is simply better without glasses. The Eye Center of North Florida offers the most advanced cataract surgery using lifestyle lens implants, which allow you to see all distances glasses-free. Our surgeons perform this quick and painless procedure at our accredited surgery center. When it comes to your vision, trust your local experts in surgical eye care. The Eye Center of North Florida.
9 doctors, 1 vision, yours.
Come join the Panhandle Outdoors team. Beat the rush and stock up on our team shirts and hats in a wide variety of colors and sizes. For your convenience, we offer a Panhandle Outdoors shop at panhandleoutdoors.net. Simply visit our website and click shop. Be a member of the Panhandle Outdoors team, Florida's only live daily outdoor show.
All right, welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. Now let's start off with a picture sent to us by one of our viewers. Nice, really nice redfish here. Hey, dear Winston, I enjoy watching the show. I like the way you cover so many different subjects and keep us up to date on so many current activities. I have contributed in the past and hope to send more pictures in the future. Please enter me in the upcoming drawings. Thanks, Bart. Bart Baddingham over here in Panama City. Nice redfish there. You see what he called it on that little chartreuse color. If it ain't chartreuse, it ain't of no use. That's what a Lefty Cray say, one of the guys. All right, now, we're going to, talking about viewers. One of my viewers called the other day. We're going to make room right here. We're going to try to set this up. Now, I can probably do it on this camera here. One of the, Rita Malik. Rita and her husband, they're from Maine, and they vacation down here. I say vacation. They spend the summer in Maine and the winter down here in White City. She's a very loyal viewer, and she watches it every day while she's down here. She and her husband, they love to fish over there in White City. And she called me after the show the other day and was asking me about tides. So I got to think about it. We're going to do a demonstration. I hope we can get this set up right here. This is going to be the sun. I was sitting around the bar last night thinking about how I'm going to demonstrate. This is the sun. And that's not a grapefruit, y'all. That's a lemon. A friend of mine, that's a lemon right there. A friend of mine grew it on this tree here locally in Lynn Haven. All right, this is going to be the earth right here, okay? And this is going to be the moon. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate what causes our tides. Now, we know the earth, okay, rotates around the sun. All right, and we know the moon will rotate around the earth like this. So here's what's going to happen. Now, when everything's in line, just like we have right here, all three are in line, we have a very strong tide, okay, because you have a gravitational pull of the moon and the earth. Okay, now, what happens is it rotates, and the earth gets up here, and the moon is rotating as it rotates around. When it gets out here, 2 weeks later, we're at a right angle. See that right angle right there? So you have what's called neap tides, and this weekend we're going into neap tides. Now, it'll keep rotating on around. The earth is going to go rotating around. The sun don't move, but we're just doing it for TV's sake. And then the moon keep going around the earth, and this time it'll be in this position here 2 weeks later, and you still have that strong gravitational pull. That's called spring tides. It has nothing to do with weather spring. So when it's like this or like this over here, every 2 weeks you have spring tides, and when it goes back down to the bottom, you have those neap tides. So it goes, that 4 week cycle there is our tides. Now keep in mind, that's the cause of the movement of it. Now when we say 0.7, let's say we've got a tidal movement of 0.7, that means it's moved up 7/10 of a foot higher than it normally be. Okay, so 0.2 and 0.3 would be neap tides, but a 1.8 or 2 foot movement, that's a fluctuation from sea level. Okay, so that's the amount of movement we have. The biggest tidal movement in the world is the Bay of Fundy in Nova Scotia, and they have a 44-foot drop during each tide. Now, can you imagine 44 foot going up and down 44 foot in a 24-hour cycle? And that's amazing. That's one on my bucket list, to go up there to the Bay of Fundy and just watch that tide. I just want to see it happen. So maybe we'll get to that one day. Now, it changes. The tide changes about 50 minutes every day. That's why you don't have the same tide every day. It changes about 50 minutes. And so you add 50 minutes on today's tides, then that's what you'll have on tomorrow's tides, roughly 50 minutes. Now, the spring tides are about 20% stronger than the neap tides, 20% stronger. One of the other things, too, the wind. Keep in mind the wind has a lot to do with it. Like today, for example, We have that northwest wind, the Choctawhatchee Bay, Apalachicola Bay, all up on the seashores on the northern shore. That wind's going to be blowing against it, okay? Northwest wind will be blowing against it, so the tidal flow will not come in as strong because the wind's blowing against it. And that really has a lot to do with, especially on low tides. It'll blow it, and sometimes I can see the end of my water be on my North Bay place, the water be all the way at the end of the dock. I mean, the tide line would be, the water line would be right there. If I get a north wind and a low tide, and I can walk to the end of my dock on land. Sometimes. And other times when it's coming out of southwest on high tide, it's blowing up almost to the top of my dock. So it's amazing how much the tide will flow. The bottom line, though, keep this in mind. I wrote this down. The bottom line on tides, fish bite on a moving tide. If you don't learn anything else today, learn that. The fish bite on a moving tide, and it's people say incoming or outgoing. It's really either one if you're in the right position. So keep that in mind. That's our actual science lesson for today. And Rita, hope that answered your question. And if not, give me a call back. I'll answer some more. That's just a basic thing right there. So anyway, keep in mind also as you fish in a tide, know where you're going to fish. Like you're going to fish in a certain area, know what the tide normally does there. But you can study tides. It's fascinating. When I'm doing research for my book, I found an old diary from 1882 that was written by Lambert Ware. And here's a daily diary. In fact, that diary is in the possession of University of Florida Historical Library, and I went down there to read it. Had to put on gloves and all that. I just sat there and just soaked that up. And one of the first things he wrote every day was where the wind was coming from and about what time the tide was going to be high or low. He had that in every one of his entries each day. That's how important it was to those old timers because they had to get around by boat. So they didn't have the Harrison Avenues and 23rd Street, so they had to move around by boat. So it's fascinating. That's way back in 1882. And sometimes I sit down and look at my tides out there. It's just fascinating to think about how those old timers had to depend so much on that wind and those tides to go somewhere. All right, that takes care of our lesson today. We're going to come back and look at some more stuff. We'll be right back.
When you stop by Blue Water Outriggers, you will find everything for your outdoor adventure. Stock up on all your favorite brands and shop for some of the latest outdoor gear and accessories. You can also shop online and have your orders delivered straight to your home. Our flagship store is nestled right off of Highway 98 in the Port City Shopping Center, just steps away from the Port St. John Marina. You will love our selection, our prices, and our friendly service. Panama City Beach is known as one of the top dive destinations in Florida. Divers Den offers daily dive charters that can accommodate up to 13 divers. Our boat captain is U.S. Coast Guard certified and a PADI dive instructor. We have trained professionals who offer a variety of scuba certifications. Come see us at our two locations on Thomas Drive and Tyndall Parkway.
Harold Milling Company, rough and tough dog food. Harold Milling Company builds it. They build hog feed, they build dairy feed, they make chicken feed. They have specialty feeds for rabbits. If you got a worm farm, grandmother used to have a worm farm. Look at that, Harold Milling Company. You want to go down and get you, the dog's not running anymore. That's all over with. You want to get that 16% and drop down from the 26% protein. You don't want over to get fat. Harold Milling Company, you can buy at almost any feed store in the Panama City area.
When you're looking for sales, parts, and service for your outboard, all in one location, you're looking for BJ's Marine. You're authorized Tohatsu and Nissan dealer. BJ's Marine does it all. They have outboard parts and a service center and used motor sales too. Tohatsu, reliable, dependable, fuel efficient, and lightweight. Tohatsu Outboards, technology for the next generation. BJ's Marine, 1317 Transmitter Road since 1991.
Okay, welcome back. Getting organized for the next session now. Well, if you have any questions on tides, I'll be glad to answer them, like I said. And again, it's important to know your tides here on the Florida Panhandle. I want to say good morning to Marita Miller. Saw her last night at Richard Holly's visitation. What a great crowd, and so good to see everybody, even though it was a sad circumstance. And a large crowd of people standing in the rain to that. And I appreciated it, and I know the Holly family did. Funeral this morning at 10 o'clock at Highland Park Baptist. Now, and Marita, I wanted to say a special good morning to you, though, because I know you said you see me every morning, wave at me, so I'm going to wave back at you, okay? All right, now, let's, each year, at the end of the year, I do a highlight of the pictures and all that have been sent in. This is by no means all the pictures. Every now and then I just write down and just show some of the good pictures during the course of the year, just so you'll see a testimonial as to the great surplus of, or maybe a great variety is a better word, of all the fish and game we have here in Panhandle. Fascinating. This is just this year, okay? So, last year I did it in January, February. This year they're more at random. I'm just pulling some out at random, so it'll bounce through the year. I'm going to do some horizontal pictures first, and then some vertical ones. So let's get started on a pair. This first one, this is a huge deer taken last January by Steve Shea. This goes on record as the largest buck ever taken in Florida in a coastal county. This was down in Gulf County, and I actually made a cover of Woods and Water magazine with Steve Shea. On a more local scene here in Bristol, this is my nephew, Matt Chester, with Sarah, Kate, and Dylan on a nice buck taken up at Robert Brent. All right, let's go. We'll go to fishing. Ben Hicks in April on a 22-inch redfish. Ben Hicks. Good job there, Ben. A nice one on a 26-inch. Those redfish guys would love to have something like that. Here's in March, Lauren Kelly Lowry out bass fishing, and Laura gets her first bass. Good job, Kelly. Nice picture there. Pretty bass right there. One of my students, Amber Gray, over in Shell Island. So you don't just go out and have a good time. Look, Amber graduated last year, and she's out there at Shell Island playing with that dolphin. That looks like a SeaWorld shot, but that's right outside of Shell Island, and they're just playing with each other. Okay, Ken Paramore. Ken will be on the show tomorrow. Ken, what a nice gobbler right there. We don't go out. There you go. Good job, Ken. Nice job there. Now we're talking about 10-pound speckled trout and all. Mike Purdue is one of the top trout fishermen around. This is April, a 9.9-pound speckled trout. Mike Purdue is one of the top speckled trout fishermen around. He can really catch some nice fish. Good job there, Mike. A couple of flounder. Okay, move on. Right. Look at this flounder there. How about this picture here? Tom Gurley, April at State Park. We're not the only one to fish around here, of course. These guys here, they don't have the Winn-Dixie to go to. They gotta get them. All right, the Burnham boys, Ben Burnham's son, right here in April of this year. Look at those pompano. Those boys are growing now. I'm telling you. Dewey Blaylock, one of our sponsors, Sunset Coastal Grill, wahoo fishing. That's some nice wahoo. You already got an impression now of just a different variety of the fish we have right here. It's amazing to me. Bruce Mixon. Bruce does this next one in April. Pompano. Bruce does our South Walton County report. He's on top of things over in South Walton, surf fishing over there off the beach, and that was nice pompano there, Bruce. Bruce catches a lot of fish. There's another one of our viewers, Mary Williams from Defuniac Springs in April. You notice in April we have a lot of fish fishing off the pier there. Nice Spanish mackerel. Mary's a good fisherman too, and she's in touch with us quite a bit. Okay, now we're going to next one will be Jared from Arnold High School at the county pier, a 40-pound cobia. Good job there, buddy. Nice cobia there. Now we had a shark sighting, whale shark, which is very rare. On the second sighting in history. This is March 23rd. It's on my birthday. They saw this. This is not photoshopped or anything. This is off the Panama City Beach Pier, a whale shark in a kayak. Linda Cabot was out there. Here's another to put it in perspective how big this picture was taken from the pier, how big that thing was. And it made international news making that picture right there. All right, let's go hunting picture. Another March picture, Walter Woodrick, my son-in-law. That's his first gobbler. Walter's happy there. All right. And always, Osprey, Tom Gurley, always looking for fish. These Ospreys. Great picture there, Tom. All right, now you wanted some freshwater pictures about Mike Edwards on the Choctawhatchee River at the Brim and Shell Cracker. He and his party caught. Mike Edwards there. Let's see. There you go, Mike. Now, he didn't catch all of them. He had a couple boys helping him on it. In April again, you're getting a cycle of April now. Another 10-pound trout. This is Trey Landry. Trey's he's a fishing guy down in Port St. Joe. Trey's an excellent fisherman. And folks, that is a 10-pound speckled trout. You just don't. These are rare. You just don't see them very often. That's out of St. Joe Bay down there. Up in June, Samuel Moore, Aliqua. He's got a fishing partner. I just thought this was funny right here. On his kayak, he's got a fishing partner with him. Rooster went fishing with him. Okay, let's go 2 more. We got down the Indian Pass, shark fishing down the Indian Pass. Always some big sharks down there, always. And then we sent in this picture sent in by. Here's another picture of that shark in the water. That's the Indian Pass down there, right close to St. Vincent Island. Rex and Beth Nelson, and April. We'll go from shark to a gator. You think you're not safe in the water. This big gator down there, Rex Nelson off Apalachicola. Great picture there. So that's just that's part of them right there. That's the horizontal pictures. And if you looked at a variety of things we just looked at, this is just in 2011, and that's just scratches the surface of what the pictures that were sent to us, and it's fascinating. But the shark, the 10-pound trout, the cobia, the wahoos, the brim and shell cracker. The big bugs, the turkeys, that's all right here, folks. Every one of those pictures right here in our viewing area. Let's take our final break, and we'll be back with some more pictures.
The greatest investment we can all make is in the lives of our children and grandchildren.
To help you invest for retirement, handle your IRA rollover, protect your family with life or long-term care insurance, call my dad for an appointment at his new office on Wilson Avenue behind Lowe's. And he'll give you a copy of his most recent book, 7 Steps to Serious Money. For free! Walter Woodrick, your Serious Money Advisor!
My name's Captain Rick Corley. I'm a SAMS accredited Marine Surveyor, NAM certified Marine Surveyor, and IAME certified Marine Investigator. Been surveying since 1969. Was taught by my father, who is the oldest, longest practicing Marine Surveyor in the world. We do all types of survey, commercial or pleasure. Steel, aluminum, fiberglass, wood, makes no difference. Give us a call at 850-527-5287 or visit us online. We'd appreciate your business.
It's the one dream you never lost sight of. To own one place that truly inspires you. And one tractor that can help you handle it all. The versatile BX50 series subcompact tractor from Kubota. It's the one.
See and save on all Kubota tractors and equipment at Sowell Tractor today.
On the water or under the water, success starts at C&G Sporting Goods. C&G specializes in fresh and saltwater fishing tackle, floundering supplies, spearfishing equipment, and much, much more. C&G also has licenses, maps, and expert advice on where to go. For over 59 years, C&G Sporting Goods has been the headquarters for the outdoors man. Fishing, hunting, camping, guns, and ammo. They've got it all. C&G, home of the experts, downtown Panama City.
Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at Express Lane fishing game forecast for today. Now it's going to be the sun's coming out today, so it'll be a good time to go. We've already passed this morning from 2 to 4, but we're looking at this afternoon. Really be nice this afternoon, folks. We're looking at 224 to 444. Brought to us by Express Lane, American owned and American operated. I'm sitting here looking at these pictures. We're not going to get all the way through these. We'll try to finish them up tomorrow, but we'll go to the vertical ones now, and we'll see. Well, let's start off with Jennifer Rial from the Ice Center. Jennifer is a good fisherman. Caught this off her dock right here in the cove back in May. What a nice! If y'all see Jennifer at the Ice Center, y'all tell her picture. She made the highlight show, and this is just a black and white. This is Memorial Day weekend. Okay, Eloise Kane. We lost Eloise Kane this year. I'm just going to show. She was in my book and all. Her dad was a part of the Davis family, and she was just a nice lady. Had a mind like a steel trap. She had so many memories and all. Okay, first king of the year was on March the 28th, 32-pounder. Here it is right here. First king of the year, off the pier. Nice job right there. How about Savannah Richardson? over Highland Park, Apalachicola Flathead. Savannah has been on this show before. April 2011. Look at that flathead catfish. Good job, Savannah. A lady teaches with me on Mother's Day, Sue Cottrell, fishing a Carter track. I thought it was so sweet. She took her mother out fishing on Mother's Day. That's her mother in the background, and up at Carter track. That's a Mother's Day brim. They had a good time there. Savannah and Brian Richardson and Savannah, right there. This is a picture here. This next picture, Rainbow Springs. Some of my students on the last day of school. David Murray's the last day of school. This is you got to picture yourself your last day of school. Those boys want to go. They got out at noon. They took off up to the Rainbow Springs and gonna let the boat out. And you can see the boat, motor, trailer, and the truck all went in the water. They forgot to put a brake on, so I had to get. I knew those boys. All of them in my class. In fact, 2 or 3 of them already gone. 2 of them are going to the Coast Guard now. They needed to. It's good for them, but they get some experience there. They let they didn't have the brakes on the trucks. Everything they sent that picture to me in the afternoon. Later that afternoon, the same day, they said, "Coach, we didn't have our brake on our truck." Okay, there's Matthew Chester with a big gobbler. Matthew's a good turkey hunter with his kids. All right, and I don't know if we're gonna. I'm gonna show. Let's see. I'll show a picture of me with some pompano. This is a good year for pompano. It's a nice year for pompano. Trey Lloyd, 15-year-old Mosley baseball player. Nice redfish out of the pass there. Shepard Ellisor, 7 years old. And he actually, y'all not going to believe this, but it's a true story because I know his folks and they told the truth. Shepard actually called this turkey up as a 7-year-old. What a great, what a thrill it is right there. Shepard Ellisor, good job there. And I'm going to show real quick, I'm not going to have time, I'm going to show a couple of my favorite ones. I'm going to run out of time, but we got most of them in. So anyway, you can see, again, as I said earlier, what a great variety of activities we can do here in the Panhandle, showing all those. So tomorrow now, I'll have on Captain Ken Paramore, and we're going to try to talk about the actual boundaries, hopefully, of the fishing up in the steam plant. We'll talk about that. A lot of other questions, too, to be answered. We're wrapping up 2011. It's amazing. This time next week, we'll be in 2012. It's hard to believe. I know you're shaking head like I do sometimes. Whatever happened in 2011? And these pictures and all, they just seem like they happened yesterday. But again, I want to thank all the viewers for sending in those pictures. Y'all do a great job of sharing them with our viewers, and it's just a lot of fun to show them. All right, got to wrap things up. Remember, the wind's going to be blowing today, but it'll be a good afternoon. The sun's going to be coming out, and good afternoon. And you do something good for somebody today, and you have a great day. Be part of the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.